you're watching DM's Montreal beer review. Today we've got an American craft beer to review. Decided it's time to finally review this. I've never tried it myself. I got this in Toronto last time I came there, and this has been reviewed many times on the net, on YouTube, by loads of fellow reviewers, and it's been recommended to me many times as well. This is Anchor Liberty Ale from San Francisco, California. And this is an American Pale Ale, or an American Ale, however you want to call it, APA. Many names for this type of beer. And if you've noticed, this is a bomb actually. It's not a 12-ounce bottle, even though it looks almost exactly the same in terms of shape. But I actually like they have this innovative way of making their bottles all kind of appearing the same, even though it's a bomber size. 22 ounces or 650 mils. It's 5.9% ABV. What's also interesting about this beer is that it's brewed with a dry hop technique, which produces more hoppiness in taste and less bitterness, apparently. So they add the hops after making the words. What else? I like the label on this one. It has an American Eagle, Anchor, and some hops on the side. And I'll quickly read the label on top. San Francisco's famous Liberty Ale was first brewed on the 18th of April 1975 to celebrate the 200-year anniversary of Paul Revere's historic ride. It is virtually handmade by the brewers of Anchor Steam Beer in one of the smallest and most traditional breweries in the world. That's quite true actually. Liberty Ale is made with the finest barley malts, fresh whole hops, top fermenting yeast, pure water, and the simple, natural methods which reflect our exceptional respect to the ancient art of brewing. It is dry hopped to classic ale tradition and slowly completes its fermentation in sealed vats in our cellars. This unique process creates Liberty Ale's distinctive bouquet and uncommonly delicate, entirely natural carbonation. Now I actually remember Anchor Steam being very carbonated. We'll see about this one. So let's get reviewing. Let's see what Liberty Ale really is. Let you see the cap. It's the standard Anchor cap, but it's red this time, not blue, as in the case of Anchor Steam. Crack it open. I'm going to be using my nonic glass once again. Nice smoke coming out. Very hoppy scent in the first gaze at it. Right. Good appearance, very carbonated. Don't know if you can see because of the light, but very fizzy and foamy. Nice 2-3 finger head. Loads of pine hops. Whoa, this is amazing. I forgot to say, very kind of pale golden color, maybe orange, or yeah, pretty much golden straw, dark straw. Kind of clear, not very opaque or anything. There are loads of more hops on the nose. Very piney, maybe citrusy aroma. Not very spicy. No, I think the malt's coming out through with a sweet kind of scent. Very nice. So I don't want to make this review too long because I have some bonus material coming up. So cheers. Delicious. Barry from Barry's Beer Reviews told me that I'm gonna be in for the treat. That's quite true. This is very good. A very distinct hop bite up front with loads of citrus notes and pine maybe. Then you get a nice malty sweetness to it, and the finish is very dry, but in this case very pleasant. I guess this is yet another beer from the States I really love. And of course this is not as as powerful as an IPA, American IPAs. This is a light kind of version, even though ABV is not too light and mild, but it's definitely easier to drink. Decent head retention, lacing's alright, it's quite nice. But very good. I'll come back to you to save time, but very top-notch beer. Okay, I'm back. I enjoyed quite a bit of the beer. This is a nice big bottle. Very, very complex beer. Starts getting even more complex, kind of opens up with more maltiness, and I guess that get that biscuity flavor to it, as well as the stable hops and piney citrus notes, maybe lemon and grapefruit, just tad. What can I say? The mouthfeel at first is very, very nice, but starts getting a tad rough. The carbonation, even though it's not visible as in most ales, it still kind of affects the mouthfeel a bit. You still feel it on the tongue and the palate. The weak point of this beer, for me, for my personal opinion, is the drinkability, because the finish kind of gets into the way. It's a very dry and quite bitter finish, quite frankly. Certainly not a very drinkable beer. Unless you're really into hoppy beers, you might find this alright, but I found this just a bit of a challenge to drink. Having said that, it's very, very tasty, can't take away from that. Very, very good brew. Guess it's just a bit different. If you compare this to English pale ales, this is definitely less drinkable. Again, it's just my opinion, but that's all I have to say about it. But very good beer nevertheless. So enjoy this. I'm kind of sad I can't get many American craft brews in my neck of the woods, but this is very good. I'm going to have to give this an 8 out of 10 because of the finish. I would have given this 9 or 10, very intense beer, but have to take that into account, my personal opinion. But if you haven't tried this, try it, especially if in the States. It's probably sold everywhere. So 8 out of 10 for Anchor Liberty Ale, and stay tuned for the bonus material. It's coming right now. Okay, this very box is something I got at the liquor store today, and it's a gift set, really. Comes from Belgium, from the Chouf Brewery in the Ardennes region. And if you've seen my very first review, very old and crappy, I reviewed the Blonde de Chouf beer, which is the local Quebec licensed version of this beer, essentially La Chouf. Now, this is a gift set. For some reason, in Montreal, you can't really see many gift sets all that much anymore. And I was able to get this one at a discount. They're clearing these things out from the shelves. Only a few of these left. Now, what this comes with is 3 things. I'm going to show you. 2 big bottles. And quite honestly, the reason I haven't reviewed this beer still is not really the price or anything. They're about $7 each. I mean, it's bearable. But it's because they're quite big. It's 750 mils. It's even larger than the bomber bottle. And it's quite hard to manage these on my own, but I will have to. There's no turning back now that I've got this set. Now this comes with La Chouf, which is the original. It's a blonde Belgian ale, 8% ABV, and also comes with Muck Chouf, which is a brown version of the beer. Now I guess the Muck refers to Scottish traditions. This is somewhat like Scottish strong ale, like a wee heavy. Both these beers have been recommended to me many times, and I just procrastinated. Now I think I put a full stop to this whole thing. I'm going to review this in the next 2 reviews, I guess. And finally, I acquired a tulip glass. Now it's not too big really. It's supposed to fit 250 mils, so 25 centiliters without the foam. So there's plenty of room for the foam. Now, from what I've seen, other people's works, reviews and such, usually in these tulip glasses you get quite a big, flat, rich head, so I guess they anticipated that. But this should be very, very appropriate for me to taste Belgian beers. I'm trying to get more into the Belgian beers. I haven't really reviewed any in a while, so hopefully get to do that in the nearest future. But I look forward to the next reviews if you want to see these beers reviewed. For my part, I really do. I haven't tried them, and they're supposed to be good. So that's all I had to share really. Cheers.